Today for New Music Monday, we're going to check out the brand new album from Shlohmo, and it's called Dark Red. Since the release of his last full-length back in 2011, Shlohmo's put out a number of EPs with varying degree of quality. So when he decided he was going to go back to the full album format, it definitely caught my attention. Now I know I'm not alone in the fact that I prefer his EPs as opposed to his last full-length. I think he just operates better in that sort of a time format. But I was really hoping that this album was going to be where he finally realized his potential in full. This time around, he's replaced that irritating track click sound that was all over Bad Vibes with different sorts of instrumentation that keep that trademark metronome sound in nearly all of his songs. And if for no other reason than the fact that he changed that single sound, this album is miles better than his last time out. While the tracks on this album don't flow together as well as I'd hoped, each of them are a unique take on the same overall mood. And there is a nice ebb and flow to the album as it progresses, minus one part, but the flow in between songs leaves a little bit to be desired. The opening track is just fantastic. It reverberates in your brain in a really cool way and sets a fantastic mood for the entire record. To me, the first third of this album would be the perfect soundtrack to driving a motorcycle on a rainy night in some futuristic city. I'm not sure why, but I got a very sci-fi vibe from it in a very good way. There's a superb variety in terms of the different instrumentation and sounds he brings all across the first half of the album, and I really feel like this is the first time he's completely opened his entire sonic arsenal. And it's that aspect that makes me really enjoy songs like Remains. That might be my favorite song on the album. Every song also has a solid sonic balance onto itself, so there's enough to dig in and really capture your mind from every aspect, but there's not too much going on that it feels jumbled like some of his other albums. There's plenty here to sink into and kind of create your own musical world, but it doesn't get in the way of itself. The handful of vocal moments on this are modulated and masked in different ways, and honestly, I think it was a good choice. I feel like formal vocals would have gotten in the way of all the other instrumentation he has going on here, and making them secondary and just another part of the music was definitely a solid pick. The opening third and the ending third have a very good flow between the songs, but the middle of the album falls apart for me. It's where he gets a bit more experimental and he's pushing the boundaries on the overall theme he's working with, and things get a little messy and they just don't fit with the sounds on either end of it. Also, there are one or two songs on this album that feel a bit too similar. Maybe they could have been combined into one track, or one of them just could have been left off the album. Overall though, this is absolutely my favorite Shlohmo project to date, and I really enjoyed what I heard. If you're into electronic music, if you're into down-tempo, if you're just into interesting sounds, there's plenty you're gonna dig on this record. And on the buy it or borrow it, Dark Red is a solid borrow it. Go check it out. So that's what I got for you guys today. I hope you dug it. If you did, go ahead and click subscribe and then hop down in the comments and let me know what your favorite Shlohmo project is. You can follow me on Twitter and Facebook right here, and I'll see you guys again next time.